Welcome to a journey unlike any other, a peaceful exploration through the magnificent landscape that exists within each of us. As you settle into this moment, take a deep breath and consider the extraordinary miracle happening right now inside your body. While you sit quietly, listening to these words, an entire universe of activity unfolds within you, orchestrated with a precision that surpasses any human creation. Your body is not merely a collection of separate parts working independently. Instead, it resembles a grand symphony, where every instrument, every organ, every cell, every system plays its unique part in creating the beautiful music of life. Just as a symphony requires each musician to listen to others, to respond and harmonize, your body's systems engage in constant, elegant communication, creating the seamless experience of being alive. In this peaceful tour, we will explore how your heart doesn't simply beat in isolation, but dances with your lungs in a rhythmic exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. We'll discover how your digestive system doesn't just process food alone, but shares its nutrients with every cell in your body through an intricate network of cooperation. We'll witness how your nervous system conducts this entire orchestra, sending messages faster than lightning, ensuring every part knows its role in this ongoing masterpiece. The harmony within your body is so profound that you rarely notice it consciously. Your kidneys quietly filter your blood while you sleep. Your immune system patrols tirelessly to keep you healthy, and your endocrine system sends chemical messages that help you adapt to every situation you encounter. This seamless coordination happens without your conscious effort, a testament to the wisdom embedded in your biological design. As we embark on this journey together, imagine yourself as both the observer and the observed. You are the conscious witness to your own inner landscape, able to appreciate the constant, gentle work happening within. This tour is not about complex medical terminology or overwhelming scientific detail. Instead, it's about developing a sense of wonder and gratitude for the extraordinary harmony that sustains your life every moment. Consider the interconnectedness that defines your existence. When you laugh, your diaphragm contracts, your facial muscles engage, your heart rate may increase, and your brain releases chemicals that enhance your mood. This simple act of joy creates ripples throughout your entire being, demonstrating how no system works in isolation. Every emotion, every breath, every heartbeat is part of an ongoing conversation between your body's systems. The beauty of this internal harmony extends beyond mere function. It represents a deeper truth about the nature of life itself, that we are unified beings, where the whole is indeed greater than the sum of its parts. Your body demonstrates that cooperation, rather than competition, creates the strongest foundation for thriving. Each organ supports the others, and this mutual support creates resilience that allows you to adapt, heal, and flourish. Throughout this peaceful exploration, we'll move slowly and mindfully, allowing each system to reveal its unique contribution to your overall well-being. We'll pause to appreciate the quiet elegance of cellular respiration, the rhythmic beauty of circulation, and the protective wisdom of your immune responses. This is not a race through anatomy, but a contemplative walk through the garden of your inner landscape. As we prepare to begin this journey, take another deep breath and feel gratitude for this magnificent vessel that carries you through life. Your body asks for so little conscious attention while giving you everything: movement, sensation, thought, emotion, and the ability to connect with the world around you. It repairs itself while you sleep, adapts to challenges while you're unaware, and maintains the delicate balance necessary for your survival with unwavering dedication. This tour will remind you that you are already whole, already perfect in your complexity, already harmonious in ways you may have never considered. We'll explore not just what your organs do, but how they do it together, creating the symphony of your existence. Welcome to the most intimate journey you'll ever take, a peaceful tour through the landscape of yourself, where every system sings in harmony with all the others. 2. The conductor. In every great symphony, one figure stands at the center, baton in hand, guiding each section, each instrument, each note toward a unified expression of beauty. In the symphony of your body, this conductor is your nervous system, a vast, intricate network that coordinates every aspect of your existence with breathtaking precision and grace. Your brain, nestled safely within the protective cradle of your skull, serves as the master conductor of this biological orchestra. Weighing merely 3 pounds, this remarkable organ contains approximately 86 billion neurons, each one a sophisticated communication device capable of forming thousands of connections with its neighbors. These neurons create networks so complex that they surpass any computer system humans have ever devised. Yet they operate with an elegance that makes their complexity seem effortless. From your brainstem, the most ancient part of your nervous system, emanates the steady rhythm that keeps your heart beating, your lungs breathing, and your blood pressure stable. This primal conductor requires no conscious thought from you. It simply maintains the fundamental rhythms upon which all other activities depend. Like a conductor who keeps perfect time even when the music becomes complex, your brainstem ensures that the basic tempo of life continues uninterrupted. The spinal cord extends from your brain like a magnificent highway of communication, carrying messages up and down between your brain and the rest of your body. Protected by the strong vertebrae of your spine, this neural pathway serves as the primary conduit through which your conductor communicates with every section of your biological orchestra. Sensory information travels upward, informing your brain about temperature, pressure, pain, and pleasure, while motor commands travel downward, directing movement and response. Your peripheral nervous system extends this network of communication to every corner of your body, like an incredibly sophisticated intercom system. Sensory nerves bring information from your environment: the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the aroma of fresh coffee, the sound of laughter, while motor nerves carry instructions for response and action. This constant flow of information allows your nervous system to conduct your body's responses to the ever-changing world around you. Perhaps most remarkable is how your nervous system manages both conscious and unconscious activities simultaneously. While you focus your attention on reading these words, your conductor continues to monitor and adjust your heart rate, coordinate your breathing with your body's oxygen needs, regulate your body temperature, and maintain your balance. This dual-level conducting happens so seamlessly that you remain unaware of most of it, free to direct your conscious attention where you choose. Your autonomic nervous system represents the conductor's ability to manage the orchestra's background sections, those essential players whose work continues regardless of what solo performance might be taking center stage. The sympathetic division prepares your body for action and stress, while the parasympathetic division guides you toward rest and restoration. These two aspects of your nervous system work together like different sections of an orchestra, sometimes playing in harmony, sometimes taking turns leading, always serving the greater musical piece of your well-being. The speed at which your nervous system operates defies comprehension. Electrical signals race along your nerves at speeds up to 268 miles per hour, faster than the fastest race car. When you touch something hot, the message travels from your fingertip to your spinal cord and back to your muscles in milliseconds, causing you to pull away before your brain even fully processes what happened. This rapid response system protects you countless times each day without requiring any conscious decision-making. Your nervous system also demonstrates remarkable plasticity, the ability to adapt, learn, and reorganize throughout your entire life. Like a conductor who learns new pieces of music and develops increasingly sophisticated interpretations over time, your brain continuously forms new neural connections, strengthens important pathways, and even creates new neurons in certain regions. This neuroplasticity means that your conductor becomes more skilled and nuanced with experience, capable of creating increasingly beautiful expressions of your unique personality and capabilities. The integration that your nervous system provides extends far beyond simple command and control. It creates the unified experience of being you. Your memories, emotions, thoughts, and sensations all arise from the complex interplay of neural networks, conducted with such precision that they create a seamless sense of self. You don't experience your body as a collection of separate systems, but as one integrated being, and this unity is the gift of your nervous system's masterful conducting. As we appreciate the role of your nervous system as the conductor of your body's symphony, we can marvel at how it enables every other system to fulfill its unique purpose, while contributing to the greater harmony of your existence. Your conductor never rests, never takes a break, never loses focus on the magnificent musical piece that is your life. 3. Life's rhythm. Listen quietly for a moment and you'll hear it, the steady, reliable rhythm that has accompanied you since before your first breath and will continue until your last. Your heartbeat represents one of life's most fundamental rhythms, a percussion section that maintains the tempo for every other activity in your body's magnificent symphony. Your cardiovascular system provides the beat, the circulation, and the delivery service that makes all other biological music possible. Your heart, roughly the size of your closed fist, sits slightly left of center in your chest, nestled protectively between your lungs. This remarkable muscular pump beats approximately 100 times each day, pushing about 20 gallons of blood through your circulatory system without ever taking a vacation. Unlike any machine humans have created, your heart repairs itself, adapts to changing demands, and operates continuously for decades with extraordinary reliability. The heart's 4 chambers work in perfect coordination, creating a 2-part rhythm that efficiently moves blood through 2 distinct but interconnected circuits. The right side of your heart receives blood returning from your body's tissues and pumps it to your lungs for refreshment with oxygen. Simultaneously, the left side receives this oxygen-rich blood from your lungs and pumps it out to nourish every cell in your body. This dual circuit system ensures that your blood is constantly being refreshed and renewed, like a river that never stops flowing. Your blood vessels form an incredible network of highways, roads, and pathways that would stretch over 60 miles if laid end-to-end more than twice around the Earth's equator. Your arteries carry oxygen-rich blood away from your heart with great pressure and speed, their muscular walls helping to maintain the force of circulation. These vessels branch and divide, becoming smaller arterioles and finally microscopic capillaries so tiny that blood cells must pass through them single file. In these capillaries, the true magic of circulation occurs. Here, in vessels so small they're invisible to the naked eye, the intimate exchange between your blood and your tissues takes place. Oxygen and nutrients pass from your blood into your cells, while carbon dioxide and waste products move from your tissues into your bloodstream. This quiet exchange happens billions of times throughout your body, ensuring that every cell receives what it needs and can dispose of what it doesn't want. Your blood itself is a living tissue, a flowing river of life that carries far more than just oxygen and nutrients. Within each drop of blood swim millions of red blood cells, shaped like tiny donuts to maximize their surface area for carrying oxygen. White blood cells patrol this liquid highway, serving as your body's security force, ready to defend against any threats they encounter. Platelets stand ready to form clots and seal any breaks in your circulatory system, while plasma, the liquid component, carries hormones, proteins, and countless other substances that your organs need to communicate and function. The rhythm of your cardiovascular system extends beyond just your heartbeat. Your pulse creates waves that travel through your arteries, and this pulsatile flow helps massage and exercise your blood vessels, keeping them flexible and healthy. Your heart rate varies throughout the day in response to your activities, emotions, and needs, speeding up when you exercise or feel excited, slowing down when you rest or meditate. This adaptive rhythm demonstrates how your cardiovascular system serves not just as a pump, but as a responsive partner to all your other systems. Your cardiovascular system maintains an intimate relationship with every other system in your body. It partners with your lungs to ensure oxygen delivery and carbon dioxide removal. It works with your digestive system to transport nutrients from your intestines to every hungry cell. It collaborates with your kidneys to maintain proper fluid balance and blood pressure. It responds to your nervous system's commands and carries your endocrine system's hormonal messages throughout your body. The pressure within your cardiovascular system is carefully regulated through multiple mechanisms working in harmony. Your heart adjusts its strength and rate, your blood vessels dilate or constrict as needed, and your kidneys regulate fluid volume, all to maintain the optimal pressure for efficient circulation without damaging delicate tissues. This pressure regulation happens automatically, adjusting moment by moment to ensure that whether you're lying down or standing up, sleeping or running, your brain and all your organs receive adequate blood flow. Your cardiovascular system also serves as a temperature regulation system, distributing heat generated by your muscles and organs throughout your body. Blood vessels near your skin's surface dilate when you need to release heat and constrict when you need to conserve warmth. This thermal regulation helps maintain the stable internal temperature that your body's chemical processes require to function optimally. The resilience and adaptability of your cardiovascular system are truly remarkable. When challenged by exercise, it responds by increasing both heart rate and the strength of heart contractions, delivering more oxygen and nutrients to working muscles. Over time, regular physical activity strengthens your heart muscle, improves the efficiency of your circulation, and creates additional pathways for blood flow, demonstrating the system's ability to grow stronger and more capable through use. As we appreciate the rhythm and flow of your cardiovascular system, we recognize it as the drummer and bassist of your body's symphony, providing the steady beat and continuous flow that enables every other instrument to play its part in the beautiful music of your existence. 4. The breath of life. Take a moment to notice your breathing, the gentle rise and fall of your chest, the quiet flow of air through your nostrils, the effortless exchange that connects your inner world with the atmosphere around you. Your respiratory system performs one of life's most essential functions with such grace and consistency that you rarely give it conscious thought, yet it represents your most intimate connection with the world beyond your skin. Your breathing begins with your nose and mouth, the gateways through which the external atmosphere enters your body. Your nose, with its intricate internal structures, serves as much more than a simple opening. The tiny hairs within your nostrils filter out larger particles, while the moist, warm tissues inside condition the incoming air, adjusting its temperature and humidity to match your body's needs. This pre-processing protects your delicate lung tissues and ensures that the air reaching your lungs is clean, warm, and properly humidified. As air travels deeper into your body, it passes through your pharynx and larynx, where your voice box adds another dimension to your respiratory system's capabilities. Here, the simple act of breathing becomes the foundation for speech, singing, and all the complex vocalizations that allow you to communicate with others. Your respiratory system thus serves not only survival but also connection and expression. Your trachea, or windpipe, serves as the main highway for air movement, its rings of cartilage, keeping this crucial passage open at all times. From here, air enters your bronchi, which branch like an inverted tree into smaller and smaller passages throughout your lungs. This branching pattern, called the bronchial tree, ensures that air can reach every part of your lung tissue efficiently. The smallest branches, called bronchioles, end in tiny air sacs called alveoli, where the true magic of respiration occurs. Your lungs contain approximately 300 to 500 million alveoli, creating a surface area roughly the size of a tennis court folded and packed into your chest cavity. Each alveolus is surrounded by a network of the smallest blood vessels, creating an incredibly efficient interface between your respiratory and cardiovascular systems. Here, oxygen from the air you breathe passes into your bloodstream, while carbon dioxide from your body's cellular processes passes from your blood into the air you'll exhale. The mechanics of breathing demonstrate your body's elegant engineering. Your diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle that separates your chest cavity from your abdominal cavity, serves as the primary engine of respiration. When it contracts and flattens, it creates more space in your chest cavity, causing your lungs to expand and draw air in. When it relaxes, the elastic recoil of your lungs and chest wall pushes air back out. This process happens approximately 20 times per day, usually without any conscious effort from you. Your respiratory system maintains remarkable sensitivity to your body's changing needs. Special sensors in your blood vessels and brain monitor the levels of oxygen and carbon dioxide in your bloodstream, automatically adjusting your breathing rate and depth to maintain optimal balance. When you exercise and your muscles demand more oxygen, your breathing deepens and quickens. When you sleep and your metabolic needs decrease, your breathing becomes slower and more shallow. This automatic adjustment ensures that your body's oxygen supply always matches its demands. The rhythm of breathing extends beyond simple gas exchange to influence your entire nervous system. The act of breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, promoting relaxation and restoration. This is why conscious breathing techniques have been used for millennia in meditation and healing practices. Your respiratory system thus serves not only your physical needs, but also your emotional and mental well-being. Your respiratory system works in intimate partnership with your cardiovascular system, creating a beautiful example of biological cooperation. Your heart's right side pumps blood to your lungs for oxygenation, while the left side pumps this refreshed blood throughout your body. The timing of your heartbeat and breathing naturally coordinates, with your heart rate typically increasing slightly during inspiration and decreasing during expiration, a phenomenon called respiratory sinus arrhythmia that demonstrates the deep integration between these systems. Your lungs also serve important functions beyond gas exchange. They help regulate your body's acid-base balance by controlling carbon dioxide levels, which affects the pH of your blood. They filter out small blood clots and gas bubbles that might otherwise cause problems in your circulation. They produce substances that help regulate blood flow and immune responses throughout your body. The protective mechanisms of your respiratory system work constantly to keep your airways clean and healthy. Tiny hair-like projections called cilia line your airways, beating rhythmically to move mucus and trapped particles upward and out of your lungs. This mucociliary escalator clears your airways of debris, bacteria, and other potentially harmful substances, usually without you ever noticing its work. Your respiratory system demonstrates remarkable resilience and adaptability. If disease or injury affects part of your lung tissue, the remaining healthy areas can compensate to some degree, and your breathing automatically adjusts to maintain adequate oxygenation. At high altitudes, where oxygen is scarce, your respiratory system gradually adapts by increasing the efficiency of oxygen extraction and transport. The gentle, rhythmic flow of your respiratory system provides a constant reminder of your connection to the world around you. With each breath, you take in not just oxygen, but also the essence of your environment, the same air that has sustained countless other living beings throughout history. In this way, your respiratory system connects you to the continuous cycle of life on Earth, making you part of the planet's larger respiratory process. 5. Processing the fuel. Your digestive system represents one of nature's most sophisticated processing plants, transforming the complex foods you eat into the simple molecules your cells need for energy, growth, and repair. This remarkable system works like a master chef's kitchen combined with an advanced chemical laboratory, breaking down your meals through mechanical and chemical processes that would impress any engineer. From the moment food enters your mouth until waste products leave your body, every step is choreographed with precision and purpose. The journey begins in your mouth, where digestion starts even before you swallow. Your teeth serve as precision tools: incisors for cutting, canines for tearing, and molars for grinding, mechanically breaking food into smaller pieces to increase the surface area for chemical digestion. Your salivary glands produce nearly a quart of saliva each day, containing enzymes that begin breaking down starches and fats, while also moistening food for easier swallowing. This initial processing represents your digestive system's first gift to your body's other systems, beginning the transformation of complex foods into absorbable nutrients. Your tongue, often underappreciated, serves as both a mechanical aid and a quality control inspector. It manipulates food for efficient chewing, helps form the food into a bolus for swallowing, and contains thousands of taste buds that evaluate the safety and nutritional value of what you're eating. These taste sensations trigger appropriate digestive responses throughout your system, preparing your stomach and intestines for the specific nutrients they're about to receive. When you swallow, your food travels down your esophagus through a process called peristalsis, rhythmic waves of muscular contraction that push the food toward your stomach. This elegant transportation system works so efficiently that you can swallow while upside down, demonstrating how your digestive system has evolved to function regardless of gravity's influence. The coordination required for swallowing involves over 25 muscles working in perfect sequence, temporarily blocking your airway to ensure food reaches your stomach rather than your lungs. Your stomach serves as both a storage facility and a processing plant, temporarily holding food while beginning serious chemical breakdown. The stomach's muscular walls churn and mix food with gastric juices containing hydrochloric acid and pepsin, creating an acidic environment so strong it could dissolve metal. Yet your stomach protects itself by producing a protective mucus lining and constantly regenerating its surface cells. This acidic processing not only breaks down proteins but also kills potentially harmful bacteria, serving as an important barrier in your body's defense system. Your small intestine, despite its name, represents the workhorse of nutrient absorption. About 20 feet long and intricately folded to maximize surface area, it contains millions of tiny finger-like projections called villi, each covered with even tinier microvilli, creating a surface area roughly equivalent to a tennis court within your abdominal cavity. Here, specialized enzymes from your pancreas and bile from your liver complete the chemical breakdown of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats into molecules small enough to pass through the intestinal wall into your bloodstream. The absorption process in your small intestine demonstrates remarkable molecular sophistication. Different nutrients are absorbed through various mechanisms, some by simple diffusion, others requiring specific transport proteins, and still others needing active energy-dependent processes. Your intestinal cells can distinguish between different types of sugars, amino acids, and fatty acids, selectively absorbing what your body needs while leaving behind what it doesn't want. Your liver, the largest internal organ, serves as your body's primary processing center for absorbed nutrients. Connected to your small intestine through the portal circulation, your liver receives nutrient-rich blood directly from your intestines and performs hundreds of chemical transformations. It converts absorbed sugars into glycogen for storage, synthesizes proteins needed throughout your body, produces bile for fat digestion, and detoxifies harmful substances that might have been absorbed along with nutrients. Your pancreas plays dual roles in digestion and metabolism, producing both digestive enzymes and hormones. Its digestive enzymes break down proteins, carbohydrates, and fats in your small intestine, while its hormonal products, particularly insulin and glucagon, regulate blood sugar levels throughout your body. This dual function demonstrates how your digestive system integrates with your endocrine system to maintain metabolic balance. Your large intestine, or colon, serves as both a processing plant for indigestible materials and a manufacturing facility for certain vitamins. The beneficial bacteria living in your colon, collectively known as your gut microbiome, break down fiber and produce important vitamins, particularly vitamin K and several B vitamins. These microorganisms represent a remarkable partnership between your digestive system and billions of helpful organisms that have evolved to work with your body rather than against it. Water absorption in your large intestine demonstrates your body's commitment to conservation and efficiency. Your digestive system secretes approximately 8 to 10 liters of fluid daily into your intestinal tract through saliva, gastric juice, bile, pancreatic juice, and intestinal secretions. Your large intestine reabsorbs most of this water, ensuring that your body maintains proper hydration while eliminating waste products in a manageable form. The entire digestive process typically takes 24 to 72 hours from ingestion to elimination, during which your food is systematically broken down, sorted, absorbed, and processed. Throughout this journey, your digestive system communicates constantly with your nervous system, cardiovascular system, and endocrine system, ensuring that nutrients reach every cell in your body efficiently and safely. Your digestive system also demonstrates remarkable adaptability, adjusting its function based on what you eat and when you eat it. It can increase enzyme production when processing protein-rich meals, enhance fat absorption mechanisms when consuming high-fat foods, and modify its microbial population based on your dietary patterns over time. The transformation that occurs within your digestive system represents one of the most fundamental processes of life, converting the external world into the internal substances that build and sustain your body, creating the fuel that powers every other system in your biological symphony. 6. The body's filters. Deep within your body, nestled against your back ribs, lie two remarkable organs that work tirelessly to maintain the purity and balance of your internal environment. Your kidneys, each about the size of your fist, represent some of nature's most sophisticated filtration systems, processing your entire blood volume approximately 60 times each day. They embody the principle of purification, ensuring that your body's internal rivers run clean and balanced, supporting every other system in your biological symphony. Your kidneys receive about 20% of your heart's output, roughly 200 milliliters of blood every minute, making them among the most well-perfused organs in your body. This generous blood supply reflects their critical importance in maintaining your internal environment. Within each kidney, approximately 1 million tiny filtering units called nephrons work continuously to clean your blood, regulate fluid balance, and maintain proper chemical concentrations throughout your body. Each nephron contains a remarkable structure called a glomerulus, a tiny cluster of blood vessels, so small and intricate that they create an incredibly fine filter. Here, blood pressure forces water and dissolves substances through microscopic pores while keeping blood cells and proteins in your circulation. This filtration process is so precise that it allows beneficial substances to pass through while retaining what your body needs to keep circulating. The filtered fluid then travels through a long, twisted tube called a tubule, where your kidneys demonstrate their sophisticated chemical intelligence. Different sections of this tubule selectively reabsorb valuable substances like glucose, amino acids, and essential minerals, returning them to your bloodstream. Meanwhile, waste products and excess substances continue toward elimination. This selective reabsorption process requires remarkable molecular recognition, as your kidneys must distinguish between thousands of different substances and make appropriate decisions about each one. Your kidneys maintain your body's fluid balance with extraordinary precision, adjusting urine production based on your hydration status, blood pressure, and the concentration of various substances in your blood. When you drink more fluids, your kidneys increase urine production to prevent excessive dilution of your blood. When you're dehydrated, they conserve water by producing concentrated urine and minimizing fluid loss. This dynamic adjustment happens continuously, ensuring that your blood volume and concentration remain within the narrow ranges necessary for optimal cellular function. The regulation of blood pressure represents another crucial function of your kidneys. They monitor blood pressure through specialized cells and respond by adjusting fluid retention and producing hormones that influence blood vessel constriction. When blood pressure is low, your kidneys retain more sodium and water to increase blood volume. They also produce renin, which triggers a cascade of hormonal changes that raise blood pressure. This intricate pressure regulation system demonstrates how your kidneys serve not just as filters, but as active participants in cardiovascular health. Your kidneys also function as endocrine organs, producing several important hormones. They manufacture erythropoietin, which stimulates your bone marrow to produce red blood cells, ensuring adequate oxygen carrying capacity in your blood. They convert vitamin D to its active form, essential for calcium absorption and bone health. They produce hormones that help regulate blood pressure and maintain proper acid-base balance throughout your body. The acid-base balance maintained by your kidneys represents one of their most critical but underappreciated functions. Your body's cellular processes constantly produce acids that could disrupt the delicate pH balance necessary for proper enzyme function and cellular health. Your kidneys work continuously to eliminate excess acid and retain alkaline substances, keeping your blood pH within the narrow range that allows your body's chemical processes to function optimally. Your bladder serves as a temporary storage facility for the purified waste products your kidneys produce. This muscular organ can stretch to accommodate varying volumes of urine, while maintaining the pressure necessary to signal when emptying is needed. The coordination between your kidneys' continuous urine production and your bladder's storage capacity allows you to go about your daily activities without constant interruption for waste elimination. The ureters, thin tubes connecting your kidneys to your bladder, transport urine through peristaltic waves, similar to those in your digestive system. These coordinated muscular contractions ensure that urine flows efficiently from your kidneys to your bladder, regardless of your body position or physical activity. The urethra provides the final pathway for urine elimination, with sphincter muscles that allow conscious control over the timing of waste removal. Your urinary system demonstrates remarkable efficiency in conserving resources while eliminating waste. Under normal conditions, your kidneys filter approximately 180 liters of fluid from your blood each day, yet you typically produce only 1 to 2 liters of urine. This means your kidneys reabsorb over 99% of the filtered fluid, along with valuable nutrients and minerals, while concentrating waste products for elimination. The resilience of your kidneys is truly impressive. They can function effectively even when significantly damaged, and a single healthy kidney can maintain normal function for your entire body. This redundancy provides security for your body's filtration needs and demonstrates the biological wisdom of having backup systems for critical functions. Your kidneys also adapt their function based on your dietary intake and lifestyle. When you consume more protein, they increase their processing capacity to handle the additional nitrogen waste. When you exercise and lose fluids through sweating, they conserve water and concentrate urine to maintain proper hydration. This adaptability ensures that your internal environment remains stable despite changing external conditions. The purification provided by your kidneys extends beyond simple waste removal to encompass the maintenance of the precise chemical environment your cells need to thrive, making them essential partners in the harmony of your body's interconnected systems. 7. Chemical messengers. Within your body flows a network of chemical communication, so sophisticated and subtle that it operates largely below the threshold of conscious awareness. Yet it influences every aspect of your existence. Your endocrine system represents your body's wireless communication network, sending hormonal messages through your bloodstream to coordinate activities between distant organs and maintain the delicate balance necessary for optimal health and well-being. Unlike your nervous system's rapid electrical signals, your endocrine system communicates through hormones, chemical messengers that travel through your circulatory system to reach their target organs and tissues. These molecular messages work more slowly than nerve impulses, but create longer-lasting effects, influencing everything from your growth and development to your mood, metabolism, and response to stress. This patient, persistent communication system ensures that all parts of your body remain coordinated and balanced over time. Your hypothalamus, a small but mighty region of your brain, serves as the master coordinator of your endocrine system. No larger than an almond, this remarkable structure monitors your body's internal conditions, and responds by producing hormones that influence other endocrine glands throughout your body. It acts like a conductor who doesn't just direct the orchestra but also listens carefully to each section and adjusts the overall performance based on what it hears. Your pituitary gland, often called the master gland, sits just below your hypothalamus and serves as the primary distributor of hormonal messages. The anterior pituitary produces hormones that stimulate other endocrine glands, telling your thyroid when to increase metabolism, instructing your adrenal glands how to respond to stress, and directing your reproductive organs when to mature and function. The posterior pituitary stores and releases hormones produced by your hypothalamus, including antidiuretic hormone, which helps your kidneys regulate water balance. Your thyroid gland, located in your neck, produces hormones that regulate your metabolic rate, essentially determining how quickly or slowly your body's cellular engines run. These thyroid hormones influence virtually every cell in your body, affecting everything from your heart rate and body temperature to your energy levels and mental clarity. The precise regulation of thyroid hormones ensures that your body's energy production matches its energy needs, maintaining the optimal pace of life's processes. Your adrenal glands, perched atop your kidneys like small caps, demonstrate the endocrine system's ability to prepare your body for challenges. The adrenal cortex produces cortisol, often called the stress hormone, which helps your body mobilize energy resources during difficult times. The adrenal medulla produces adrenaline and noradrenaline, hormones that prepare your body for immediate action when faced with threatening situations. This stress response system allows your body to adapt to changing circumstances while maintaining overall balance. Your pancreas exemplifies how organs can serve multiple systems simultaneously. While producing digestive enzymes for your intestinal tract, it also functions as a crucial endocrine organ, producing insulin and glucagon to regulate blood sugar levels. These hormones work together like a thermostat, with insulin lowering blood sugar when it's too high, and glucagon raising it when it's too low. This precise blood sugar regulation ensures that your brain and other organs receive steady energy supplies regardless of when you last ate. Your reproductive organs, ovaries, and testes produce hormones that influence far more than just reproductive function. Estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone affect bone density, muscle mass, cardiovascular health, mood, and cognitive function. These hormones demonstrate how your endocrine system integrates reproductive health with overall well-being, ensuring that the capacity for creating new life enhances rather than compromises your own vitality. Your parathyroid glands, 4 tiny organs embedded in your thyroid, regulate calcium levels in your blood with remarkable precision. Working together with your thyroid's calcitonin and your kidney's vitamin D activation, these glands ensure that your blood calcium remains within the narrow range necessary for proper nerve and muscle function, while also maintaining adequate calcium stores in your bones for long-term skeletal health. Your pineal gland, deep within your brain, produces melatonin in response to light and darkness, helping synchronize your body's circadian rhythms with the daily cycle of day and night. This small gland demonstrates how your endocrine system connects your internal biological processes with the external environment, ensuring that your body's activities align with natural cycles. The timing and coordination of hormonal release demonstrate your endocrine system's sophisticated intelligence. Many hormones follow circadian rhythms, with levels rising and falling at specific times of day to optimize your body's functions. Cortisol peaks in the morning to help you wake up and face the day's challenges, while melatonin rises in the evening to prepare your body for sleep and restoration. Your endocrine system also demonstrates remarkable feedback mechanisms that maintain balance automatically. When hormone levels rise above optimal ranges, specialized sensors detect this change and trigger responses that reduce production. When levels fall too low, other mechanisms stimulate increased production. These feedback loops operate continuously, maintaining the precise chemical environment your cells need to function optimally. The integration between your endocrine and nervous systems creates a unified communication network that responds to both internal conditions and external circumstances. Your hypothalamus receives input from various brain regions involved in emotion, stress response, and environmental monitoring, allowing your hormonal responses to be influenced by your thoughts, feelings, and perceptions. Hormones often work together in complex patterns, with multiple hormones influencing the same processes to create redundancy and fine-tuned control. Growth, for example, is influenced by growth hormone, thyroid hormones, insulin-like growth factors, and sex hormones, all working together to ensure proper development and maintenance throughout your life. The endocrine system's influence extends to your emotional and mental well-being, demonstrating the intimate connection between your physical and psychological states. Hormones affect mood, memory, learning ability, and stress resilience, reminding us that optimal health requires harmony, not just between physical systems, but between mind and body as well. 8. The body's shield. Your immune system represents one of nature's most sophisticated defense networks, a vigilant guardian that works tirelessly to protect you from countless threats, while maintaining peaceful coexistence with the beneficial organisms that share your body. This remarkable system operates like a combination of intelligence agency, military force, and diplomatic corps, identifying potential dangers, mounting appropriate responses, and remembering past encounters to provide better protection in the future. Your immune system's complexity rivals that of your nervous system, with specialized cells, tissues, and organs working together to create multiple layers of protection. Unlike other body systems that have centralized locations, your immune system is distributed throughout your entire body, with immune cells constantly circulating through your bloodstream and lymphatic system, patrolling every tissue and organ for signs of trouble. Your skin serves as your first line of defense, providing a physical barrier that prevents most potentially harmful organisms from entering your body. This living shield is more than just a passive barrier. It actively produces antimicrobial substances and maintains an acidic environment that discourages the growth of harmful bacteria. The constant shedding of dead skin cells helps remove any microorganisms that might attempt to take up residence on your surface. Your mucous membranes, lining your respiratory, digestive, and urogenital tracts, provide specialized barriers that trap and neutralize potential invaders. These moist surfaces produce mucus containing antibodies and antimicrobial substances, while tiny hair-like cilia beat rhythmically to move trapped particles and microorganisms away from vulnerable tissues. This first line of defense handles most potential threats before they can establish any foothold in your body. When potentially harmful organisms do penetrate your initial barriers, your innate immune system responds immediately with a rapid, generalized defense response. White blood cells called neutrophils rush to sites of infection like first responders to an emergency, engulfing and destroying invaders through a process called phagocytosis. Macrophages, whose name literally means big eaters, patrol your tissues continuously, consuming cellular debris, worn-out cells, and any foreign substances they encounter. Your complement system represents a sophisticated chemical defense network consisting of proteins that circulate in your blood in inactive forms until triggered by the presence of foreign substances. When activated, these proteins work together to mark invaders for destruction, create holes in bacterial cell walls, and attract other immune cells to sites of infection. This system demonstrates your immune system's ability to amplify and coordinate responses through chemical signaling. Your lymphatic system serves as your immune system's highway network, carrying immune cells throughout your body and providing specialized organs where immune responses are coordinated. Your lymph nodes, small bean-shaped structures distributed throughout your body, serve as filtering stations where immune cells can encounter and respond to foreign substances. Your spleen filters your blood, removing old red blood cells and serving as a reservoir for immune cells that can be rapidly deployed when needed. Your adaptive immune system provides highly specific, long-lasting protection against particular threats through the remarkable abilities of T cells and B cells. These sophisticated immune cells can recognize specific molecular patterns on foreign substances and mount targeted responses. B cells produce antibodies, Y-shaped proteins that bind to specific targets and mark them for destruction or neutralization. T cells include helper cells that coordinate immune responses and killer cells that directly destroy infected or abnormal cells. The development of immunological memory represents one of your immune system's most impressive capabilities. After encountering a specific threat, some of your immune cells transform into memory cells that remain in your body for years or even decades. These cellular sentries remember the molecular signatures of past invaders and can mount rapid, powerful responses if the same threats are encountered again. This memory system is the foundation of vaccination and explains why you typically don't get certain diseases more than once. Your immune system demonstrates remarkable tolerance, distinguishing between your own cells and tissues versus foreign substances. This self-recognition prevents your immune system from attacking your own body while maintaining vigilance against genuine threats. Special regulatory T cells help maintain this balance, suppressing inappropriate immune responses and preventing the development of autoimmune conditions. The communication network within your immune system involves complex molecular conversations between different types of immune cells. Cytokines, small proteins that serve as immune system messengers, coordinate responses between various immune cell types, ensuring that the appropriate type and intensity of response is mounted against each specific threat. These chemical signals can also communicate with your nervous and endocrine systems, demonstrating how immune responses are integrated with your body's other regulatory networks. Your immune system works closely with your other body systems to maintain optimal function. It partners with your cardiovascular system to transport immune cells and antibodies throughout your body. It collaborates with your lymphatic system to filter and process tissue fluids. It communicates with your nervous system through shared molecular pathways, and it responds to hormonal signals from your endocrine system. Inflammation represents your immune system's local response to tissue damage or infection, characterized by increased blood flow, swelling, and the recruitment of immune cells to affected areas. While inflammation can cause discomfort, it serves important protective functions by isolating threats, bringing immune cells and nutrients to damaged tissues, and beginning the healing process. Your immune system carefully regulates inflammation to ensure it helps rather than harms your tissues. Your immune system also plays crucial roles in tissue repair and maintenance, removing damaged cells and cellular debris while supporting the growth of healthy replacement tissues. Specialized immune cells help coordinate wound healing, ensuring that injured tissues are properly cleaned and prepared for regeneration. The balance maintained by your immune system between vigilance and tolerance, between protection and acceptance, demonstrates the sophisticated wisdom embedded in your biological design. This system protects you from countless threats while allowing beneficial relationships with helpful microorganisms, maintaining the delicate balance that supports your health and well-being. 9. Movement and support. Your musculoskeletal system represents the structural foundation and movement apparatus that allows you to navigate the world with grace and strength. This remarkable partnership between bones, muscles, joints, and connective tissues creates a living architecture that is simultaneously strong enough to support your body weight, flexible enough to permit fluid movement, and resilient enough to adapt and heal throughout your lifetime. Every gesture, every step, every embrace depends on the elegant coordination of these structural elements, working in perfect harmony. Your skeletal system provides the fundamental framework upon which all other systems depend. Your 206 bones serve not merely as passive supports, but as dynamic, living tissues that constantly remodel themselves in response to the stresses and demands placed upon them. This continuous renovation ensures that your bones remain strong and optimally shaped for the activities you perform most frequently, demonstrating how your body adapts its structure to match your lifestyle. Bone tissue itself represents a marvel of biological engineering, combining the hardness of mineral deposits with the flexibility of organic fibers to create a material that is both strong and resilient. The outer layer of compact bone provides structural strength, while the inner spongy bone reduces weight while maintaining support. This design achieves maximum strength with minimum mass, allowing you to move efficiently while maintaining structural integrity. Your bones serve multiple functions beyond structural support. They house your bone marrow, where blood cells are continuously produced throughout your life. Red bone marrow generates red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets, while yellow bone marrow serves as an energy reserve. Your bones also serve as mineral repositories, storing calcium and phosphorus that can be released into your bloodstream when needed by other body systems. Your joints represent engineering solutions that allow movement while maintaining stability. Different joint types permit different types of motion. Ball and socket joints in your hips and shoulders allow rotation in multiple directions. Hinge joints in your knees and elbows permit bending and straightening, and pivot joints in your neck allow rotation. Each joint design reflects the specific movement requirements of that body region. The cartilage that covers joint surfaces provides smooth, low-friction interfaces that allow bones to glide past each other effortlessly. This remarkable tissue contains no blood vessels or nerves, yet it maintains itself and can withstand tremendous pressures while providing cushioning and shock absorption. Synovial fluid within joint cavities serves as a lubricant that reduces friction to levels lower than ice on ice. Your muscular system transforms the chemical energy stored in food into the mechanical energy of movement through the remarkable process of muscle contraction. Your muscles contain specialized proteins, actin and myosin, that slide past each other when stimulated by nerve signals, creating the force that moves your bones and, consequently, your body through space. Skeletal muscles, the ones you can consciously control, work in coordinated groups to produce smooth. These muscles attach to bones through tendons, strong, fibrous cords that efficiently transmit muscle forces to the skeletal system. The arrangement of muscles around joints allows for precise control of movement speed, direction, and force, enabling everything from delicate finger movements to powerful jumping motions. Your muscles demonstrate remarkable efficiency in their operation, converting chemical energy into mechanical work with impressive effectiveness. They can generate tremendous forces when needed. Your jaw muscles can exert pressures exceeding 200 pounds per square inch. Yet they can also produce incredibly delicate movements, allowing artists to create detailed drawings or surgeons to perform precise operations. The coordination required for even simple movements involves complex interactions between multiple muscle groups. Walking, for example, requires the coordinated action of dozens of muscles working together to maintain balance, propel your body forward, and absorb the impact forces generated with each step. Your nervous system orchestrates these muscular symphonies automatically, allowing you to focus on where you're going rather than how to get there. Your musculoskeletal system demonstrates remarkable adaptability in response to use and demand. Regular physical activity strengthens both bones and muscles, increasing their capacity to handle stress and perform work. This adaptation occurs throughout your life, meaning that your structural system can continue to improve and strengthen, regardless of age, provided it receives appropriate stimulation through movement and exercise. Ligaments connect bone to bone, providing joint stability while allowing appropriate movement. These tough, flexible tissues prevent excessive joint motion that could cause injury while permitting the full range of motion necessary for normal function. The strength and flexibility of ligaments can be maintained and improved through regular movement, demonstrating how use enhances rather than wears out these structures. Your fascia, the connective tissue that surrounds and connects muscles throughout your body, creates an integrated web that coordinates movement and distributes forces efficiently. This three-dimensional network ensures that movements involve not just individual muscles but coordinated patterns that optimize efficiency and minimize stress on any single structure. The integration between your musculoskeletal system and your nervous system creates the possibility for learned motor skills, complex movement patterns that become automatic through practice. Whether playing a musical instrument, riding a bicycle, or performing athletic movements. Your musculoskeletal system can learn and remember sophisticated coordination patterns that become increasingly smooth and efficient over time. Your musculoskeletal system also serves important metabolic functions. Muscle tissue represents your body's largest glucose reservoir and plays crucial roles in blood sugar regulation. Regular muscle activity helps maintain insulin sensitivity and supports healthy metabolism throughout your body, demonstrating how movement benefits not just structural health but overall physiological function. The repair and regeneration capabilities of your musculoskeletal system are truly remarkable. Broken bones can heal stronger than they were originally. Torn muscles can regenerate and adapt to handle greater demands, and worn joint surfaces can be renewed through appropriate care and movement. This capacity for renewal continues throughout your life, provided your musculoskeletal system receives the nutrients, stimulation, and rest it needs to maintain and repair itself. 10. The body's covering. Your skin represents far more than a simple covering. It is your body's largest organ, a living boundary that serves as the interface between your internal world and the external environment. This remarkable tissue performs multiple vital functions with such quiet efficiency that its sophisticated contributions to your overall health often go unnoticed. Your skin serves simultaneously as protector, temperature regulator, sensation receptor, immune barrier, and communication interface, demonstrating the elegant multifunctionality that characterizes your body's design. Covering approximately 22 square feet in the average adult and weighing about 8 pounds, your skin consists of multiple layers, each specialized for specific functions. The outermost layer, the epidermis, provides a waterproof barrier that prevents water loss from your body, while blocking the entry of potentially harmful substances from your environment. This protective layer constantly renews itself, shedding millions of dead cells daily, while generating new ones to maintain its integrity throughout your lifetime. Your skin's barrier function extends beyond simple physical protection to include chemical and biological defense. The slightly acidic pH of your skin surface, maintained through natural secretions, creates an environment hostile to many harmful microorganisms, while supporting beneficial bacteria that form part of your body's natural microbiome. This chemical barrier works continuously to maintain the delicate balance between protection and healthy microbial relationships. Beneath the epidermis lies the dermis, a thicker layer containing the blood vessels, nerve endings, hair follicles, and glands that give your skin its remarkable capabilities. The dermis contains collagen and elastin fibers that provide strength, flexibility, and resilience, allowing your skin to stretch with movement and return to its original shape. This elastic quality enables your skin to accommodate the constant changes in your body's position and dimensions while maintaining its protective integrity. Your skin serves as a sophisticated sensory organ, containing millions of nerve endings that detect touch, pressure, temperature, vibration, and pain. These sensory receptors vary in their specialization and distribution, with fingertips containing thousands of touch receptors per square inch, enabling the remarkable sensitivity that allows you to distinguish textures, shapes, and subtle variations in pressure. This sensory information keeps your nervous system constantly informed about your environment and your body's interaction with it. Temperature regulation represents one of your skin's most critical functions, helping maintain the stable internal temperature necessary for optimal cellular function. When your body temperature rises, blood vessels in your skin dilate to increase heat loss, while sweat glands produce moisture that evaporates and cools your skin surface. When you're cold, these same blood vessels constrict to conserve heat, while tiny muscles attached to hair follicles contract to create goosebumps that trap insulating air near your skin. Your skin's ability to synthesize vitamin D when exposed to sunlight demonstrates its role as an active metabolic organ. This vitamin D production is essential for calcium absorption and bone health. illustrating how your skin serves not just protective functions but also contributes to your body's nutritional needs. The balance between adequate vitamin D synthesis and protection from excessive sun exposure shows how your skin must navigate between beneficial and potentially harmful environmental interactions. Sweat production exemplifies your skin's sophisticated regulatory capabilities. Your eccrine sweat glands can produce up to several liters of sweat per hour when needed for temperature regulation, while your apocrine sweat glands produce the more complex secretions that contribute to your individual scent signature. This sweating process not only cools your body but also eliminates some waste products, supporting your other excretory organs in maintaining internal cleanliness. Your skin demonstrates remarkable healing abilities, capable of repairing cuts, scrapes, and other injuries through a complex process involving blood clotting, inflammation, cell division, and tissue remodeling. The speed and completeness of skin healing reflect the high metabolic activity and regenerative capacity of this tissue, with minor wounds often healing completely within days, while larger injuries can regenerate with minimal permanent damage. The integration between your skin and your immune system creates an important first line of defense against pathogens. Specialized immune cells within your skin can recognize and respond to foreign substances, while the physical barrier prevents most potential invaders from reaching your internal tissues. When this barrier is breached, your skin's immune components quickly mobilize to contain threats and initiate healing processes. Your skin reflects your internal health status in numerous ways, serving as a visible indicator of your overall well-being. Changes in skin color, texture, moisture, or healing capacity can signal problems with circulation, nutrition, hydration, or other body systems. This diagnostic capability has been recognized for millennia, with experienced healers using skin appearance as one indicator of internal health status. The social and psychological functions of your skin extend beyond its biological roles to include important aspects of identity and communication. Your skin color, texture, and condition contribute to your appearance and can convey information about your health, age, and lifestyle. The sense of touch mediated through your skin enables important social connections and emotional communications. From gentle caresses to firm handshakes, your skin adapts continuously to environmental conditions, becoming thicker in response to repeated friction, developing calluses in high-wear areas, and adjusting its pigmentation in response to sun exposure. This adaptability ensures that your skin provides optimal protection for the specific challenges you encounter regularly, demonstrating the remarkable plasticity that characterizes living tissues. The relationship between your skin and your other body systems illustrates the integrated nature of physiological function. Your skin receives nutrients and oxygen through your cardiovascular system, responds to hormonal signals from your endocrine system, communicates sensation information to your nervous system, and works with your immune system to maintain health. Changes in any of these other systems can manifest in your skin, while skin health influences the function of other systems throughout your body. Your skin's role in maintaining fluid balance helps support your cardiovascular and kidney function by preventing excessive water loss while allowing appropriate moisture exchange with your environment. The precise regulation of skin permeability ensures that your internal fluid levels remain stable despite changing environmental conditions. As your body's living boundary, your skin embodies the principle that separates you from the external world, while simultaneously connecting you to it, enabling the exchanges necessary for life while maintaining the integrity essential for health. 11. Creating life. Your reproductive system represents one of biology's most profound achievements, the ability to create new life and ensure the continuation of our species. This remarkable system embodies both the ultimate expression of biological creativity and the most intimate connection between individual health and the broader cycle of life on Earth. Beyond its primary reproductive function, this system influences virtually every aspect of your physiology. from bone density and muscle development to cardiovascular health and cognitive function, demonstrating how the capacity for creating life enhances and enriches all other aspects of your existence. The reproductive system exists in two complementary forms, male and female, each designed to contribute essential elements to the miraculous process of creating new human life. These systems demonstrate perfect biological cooperation, with each providing what the other needs to fulfill reproduction's sacred purpose. The differences between male and female reproductive systems reflect specialized roles, while sharing the common goal of ensuring genetic diversity and species survival. In the female reproductive system, the ovaries serve as both reproductive organs and sophisticated endocrine glands, producing eggs and the hormones estrogen and progesterone that influence countless aspects of health and well-being. These almond-sized organs contain all the eggs a woman will ever have, approximately 1 to 2 million at birth, representing an incredible repository of genetic potential. The monthly cycle of egg maturation and release demonstrates the reproductive system's exquisite timing and preparation for the possibility of new life. The fallopian tubes serve as pathways where the miracle of fertilization typically occurs, providing the perfect environment for sperm and egg to meet and begin the process of creating a new human being. These delicate tubes demonstrate remarkable functionality, with tiny hair-like projections that help guide the egg toward the uterus while creating currents that assist sperm in their journey toward fertilization. The uterus represents one of nature's most remarkable organs, capable of expanding from the size of a small pear to accommodate a growing baby while maintaining the strength necessary to protect and nourish new life. The monthly preparation of the uterine lining demonstrates the reproductive system's optimistic readiness, creating a nurturing environment each cycle in anticipation of potential pregnancy. This cyclical renewal reflects the reproductive system's commitment to providing optimal conditions for new life. In the male reproductive system, the testes produce millions of sperm daily, while also generating testosterone, the hormone that influences muscle development, bone density, red blood cell production, and many other aspects of male physiology. These organs demonstrate incredible productivity, manufacturing approximately 1/500 sperm per second throughout most of a man's adult life, ensuring abundant genetic material for reproduction while supporting broader aspects of male health. The complex duct system that transports and matures sperm demonstrates the reproductive system's attention to quality and preparation. Sperm spend weeks traveling through various structures, gaining the motility and chemical changes necessary for successful fertilization. This extended maturation process ensures that only the most capable sperm are available for reproduction, reflecting the system's commitment to genetic quality. The hormonal influences of the reproductive system extend far beyond reproductive function to affect virtually every other body system. Estrogen supports bone density, helps maintain healthy cholesterol levels, influences brain function and mood, and contributes to cardiovascular health. Testosterone promotes muscle development, supports red blood cell production, influences cognitive function, and helps maintain bone strength. These widespread effects demonstrate how reproductive health contributes to overall vitality and well-being. The cyclical nature of female reproductive function creates rhythmic patterns that connect women to natural cycles and demonstrate the body's sophisticated timing mechanisms. The menstrual cycle involves precise coordination between the brain, ovaries, and uterus, with hormonal signals creating predictable patterns that have influenced human culture and calendars throughout history. This cyclical wisdom reflects deeper biological connections to natural rhythms and seasonal changes. During pregnancy, the reproductive system demonstrates its most remarkable capabilities, creating an entirely new circulatory system to nourish the developing baby while adapting maternal physiology to support two lives simultaneously. The placenta, formed during pregnancy, serves as a temporary organ that facilitates nutrient and waste exchange while producing hormones that maintain pregnancy and prepare the mother's body for the transition to parenthood. The reproductive system's influence on sexual development demonstrates its role in shaping individual identity and physical characteristics. The hormones produced by reproductive organs guide the development of secondary sexual characteristics, influence growth patterns, and contribute to the physical differences that distinguish males and females. These developmental influences extend throughout life, affecting everything from voice pitch and body composition to hair distribution and skeletal structure. The reproductive system maintains intimate connections with other body systems, demonstrating biological integration at its finest. It works with the cardiovascular system to support increased blood flow during arousal and pregnancy. It communicates with the nervous system through complex feedback loops that influence mood, behavior, and cognitive function. It coordinates with the immune system to protect reproductive organs while allowing the tolerance necessary for pregnancy. Fertility represents the reproductive system's optimal function, requiring the coordination of multiple factors including hormone production, egg and sperm quality, proper timing, and adequate nutritional support. The complexity of achieving pregnancy demonstrates the remarkable precision required for successful reproduction, while highlighting the importance of overall health in supporting reproductive function. The reproductive system's capacity for pleasure and intimacy adds dimensions beyond pure reproduction, contributing to emotional bonding, stress relief, and relationship satisfaction. These aspects of reproductive function demonstrate how biological systems can serve multiple purposes, enhancing life quality while fulfilling evolutionary imperatives. Throughout the lifespan, the reproductive system undergoes dramatic changes that reflect different life stages and needs. From the dramatic changes of puberty through the reproductive years to the transitions of menopause and andropause, this system demonstrates remarkable adaptability while continuing to influence overall health and well-being, even after reproductive capacity diminishes. The protective mechanisms built into the reproductive system demonstrate biological wisdom in safeguarding the precious capacity for creating life. Multiple backup systems, redundant pathways, and protective barriers ensure that reproductive function remains possible even when faced with various challenges, reflecting the evolutionary priority placed on species continuation. 12. Water and balance. Water represents the fundamental medium of life, comprising approximately 60% of your adult body weight and serving as the universal solvent in which all biological processes occur. Your body's relationship with water exemplifies perfect resource management, maintaining precise fluid balance across multiple compartments, while enabling the countless chemical reactions, transport processes, and regulatory mechanisms that sustain your existence. This fluid harmony demonstrates one of your body's most essential and elegant regulatory achievements. Your total body water exists in two primary compartments: intracellular fluid within your cells and extracellular fluid outside your cells. About 2/3 of your body water resides inside your cells, where it provides the medium for cellular metabolism, protein synthesis, and energy production. The remaining third exists in the spaces between cells and in your blood plasma, facilitating nutrient transport, waste removal, and communication between different body regions. The distribution of water throughout your body is carefully regulated to maintain optimal conditions for cellular function. Each cell membrane acts as a selective barrier, controlling water movement through sophisticated mechanisms that respond to osmotic gradients and cellular needs. This regulation ensures that cells neither swell from excessive water intake nor shrink from dehydration, maintaining the cellular environment necessary for proper enzyme function and metabolic processes. Your blood plasma, consisting of about 92% water, serves as the primary transport medium for your cardiovascular system. This fluid carries oxygen, nutrients, hormones, waste products, and countless other substances throughout your body, while its water content helps maintain blood volume and pressure necessary for effective circulation. The water in your blood also serves as a buffer system, helping regulate pH and maintain the chemical balance required for optimal physiological function. Interstitial fluid, the water that surrounds your cells, facilitates the exchange of materials between your bloodstream and your tissues. This fluid serves as an intermediary, allowing nutrients to move from your blood vessels into your cells, while enabling waste products to travel from your cells back into your circulation for elimination. The composition and volume of interstitial fluid are carefully regulated to optimize these exchange processes. Your lymphatic system manages the fluid that accumulates in your tissues, collecting excess interstitial fluid and returning it to your bloodstream. This system prevents fluid buildup in your tissues, while filtering the collected fluid through lymph nodes, where immune cells can monitor for potential threats. The lymphatic circulation of fluid demonstrates how water movement serves both transportation and immune surveillance functions. Water serves as the medium for countless chemical reactions throughout your body, from the simple dissolution of nutrients to complex enzymatic processes that generate energy and synthesize essential molecules. The unique properties of water, its ability to dissolve both ionic and polar substances, its role in hydrolysis reactions, and its capacity to form hydrogen bonds, make it the ideal biological solvent. Without adequate water, these essential chemical processes would slow or stop entirely. Your body's temperature regulation depends heavily on water's unique thermal properties. Water has a high specific heat, meaning it requires significant energy to change temperature, which helps stabilize your body temperature despite varying environmental conditions and metabolic heat production. The evaporation of water through sweating provides powerful cooling when needed, while water's high heat capacity allows your blood to distribute thermal energy efficiently throughout your body. Kidney function exemplifies your body's sophisticated water management capabilities. Your kidneys can concentrate or dilute urine based on your hydration status, conserving water when you're dehydrated, while eliminating excess water when you're well hydrated. This regulation involves complex hormonal signaling, including antidiuretic hormone from your pituitary gland and aldosterone from your adrenal glands, demonstrating how multiple systems cooperate to maintain fluid balance. Your respiratory system contributes to both water loss and water balance regulation. Each breath you exhale carries water vapor, resulting in continuous fluid loss that must be balanced by intake and conservation mechanisms elsewhere in your body. In dry environments or during heavy breathing, respiratory water loss can be significant, requiring adjustments in other fluid regulation systems to maintain overall balance. Your digestive system processes large volumes of water daily, with various secretions, saliva, gastric juice, bile, pancreatic juice, and intestinal secretions, adding approximately 8-10 liters of fluid to your digestive tract. Your intestines reabsorb most of this water, demonstrating remarkable efficiency in water conservation. This internal recycling of water shows how your body maximizes the utility of its fluid resources. Cellular water content varies significantly between different tissue types, reflecting their specific functional needs. Your brain tissue is about 85% water, supporting the rapid electrical and chemical signaling required for nervous system function. Your muscles contain about 75% water, facilitating the protein interactions necessary for contraction. Even your bones, seeming solid, contain about 25% water, which contributes to their strength and flexibility. The sensation of thirst represents your body's primary mechanism for ensuring adequate water intake, triggered by specialized sensors that monitor blood concentration, blood volume, and cellular hydration status. This thirst response demonstrates the integration between your nervous system and fluid regulation, ensuring conscious behavior supports physiological needs. The precision of this system allows you to maintain fluid balance, despite varying intake patterns and environmental conditions. Electrolyte balance works hand in hand with water balance to maintain proper cellular function. Sodium, potassium, chloride, and other electrolytes create the osmotic gradients that drive water movement between body compartments. Your kidneys regulate both water and electrolyte balance simultaneously, ensuring that fluid distribution supports optimal cellular and organ function throughout your body. Your body's ability to adapt water balance to different conditions demonstrates remarkable physiological flexibility. During exercise, increased water loss through sweating triggers conservation mechanisms that reduce urine production while stimulating thirst. In hot environments, your body can adapt over time to conserve water more effectively while maintaining temperature regulation capabilities. Dehydration affects multiple body systems simultaneously, demonstrating water's fundamental importance to all physiological processes. Even mild dehydration can impair cognitive function, reduce physical performance, and strain your cardiovascular system. Conversely, proper hydration supports optimal function across all body systems, illustrating how this simple yet essential resource underpins your entire biological orchestra. The water cycle within your body connects you to the broader planetary water cycle, as the water you drink today may have fallen as rain, flowed through rivers, or existed in countless other organisms throughout Earth's history. This connection reminds us that maintaining proper fluid balance links your personal health to the larger ecological systems that sustain all life on our planet. 13. Energy production. Deep within every living cell, there is a quiet hum of activity, an endless rhythm of transformation and renewal. This hum is the soundless work of the mitochondria, those small but mighty structures often described as the cell's powerhouses. They are not alone in their role. Energy production is a concert that involves numerous organelles, enzymes, and chemical pathways, each contributing its part to sustain the body's needs. In essence, this is the story of how life fuels itself, moment by moment, without pause, even while we sleep. Every heartbeat, every breath, every blink of an eye is underwritten by a continuous flow of energy at the microscopic level. The process begins with the nutrients we take in carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, broken down by the digestive system into simpler molecules such as glucose, fatty acids, and amino acids. These molecules are then delivered to cells through the bloodstream, where they enter a series of biochemical pathways designed to capture the energy they contain. In the case of glucose, the first stage is glycolysis, a process that occurs in the fluid of the cell, the cytoplasm. Here, glucose is gradually split into smaller fragments, releasing a modest amount of energy in the form of adenosine triphosphate, or ATP, the universal energy currency of life. ATP molecules are tiny packets of stored power, each capable of driving countless chemical reactions inside the cell. The fragments of glucose produced in glycolysis are then transported into the mitochondria, where the main stages of energy production occur. Within these small, oval-shaped organelles, there are folded inner membranes called cristae, and it is along these intricate folds that the next great act of energy generation takes place. The citric acid cycle, also known as the Krebs cycle, slowly extracts high-energy electrons from the molecular fragments, passing them to specialized carriers. These electrons are the sparks that will soon be used to power the most efficient part of the entire process: oxidative phosphorylation, or the electron transport chain. In the electron transport chain, the high-energy electrons travel through a series of protein complexes embedded in the mitochondrial membrane. With each step, they release energy, which is used to pump protons across the membrane, creating a delicate imbalance, a kind of stored tension known as a proton gradient. This gradient is a form of potential energy, and it drives the final stage of the process, in which an enzyme called ATP synthase allows the protons to flow back across the membrane, capturing their energy to form vast quantities of ATP. This is the quiet masterpiece of the mitochondria, turning chemical potential into the immediate, usable energy of life. While mitochondria are the central actors in this process, they depend on the cooperation of other systems. The respiratory system supplies the oxygen needed for the electron transport chain to function, for oxygen is the final destination for the electrons. When the electrons arrive, oxygen combines with protons to form water, a clean and essential byproduct. Likewise, the circulatory system ensures that oxygen reaches every cell and carries away the carbon dioxide produced in the citric acid cycle. The digestive system, in turn, provides the fuel molecules that set the process in motion. Energy production, therefore, is not the achievement of a single structure or system, but the coordinated work of the entire body. In moments of rest, energy production shifts into a gentle balance, producing only what is needed to maintain vital functions. But in moments of exertion, such as climbing a hill or lifting a weight, the mitochondria must respond instantly to the increased demand, accelerating their work to supply ATP at a higher rate. This adaptability is a quiet wonder. The body can adjust energy output seamlessly, without conscious control, ensuring that each cell receives precisely what it needs, no more and no less. Not all cells contain the same number of mitochondria. Those with high energy demands, such as muscle cells, nerve cells, and heart cells, may contain thousands, ensuring they can sustain constant work. Other cells with lighter duties may have far fewer. Yet in all cases, mitochondria share the same essential mission: to convert the chemical bonds of nutrients into the universal currency of ATP, a form of energy that can be spent on everything from muscle contraction to the synthesis of hormones. This flow of energy is not only about the present moment. Mitochondria also play a role in long-term adaptation. When a person engages in regular exercise, the body responds by increasing both the number and efficiency of mitochondria in muscle cells, improving their ability to generate ATP. This quiet transformation enhances endurance and resilience over time, a reminder that energy production is as much about renewal as it is about immediate action. Beyond the mitochondria, other cellular pathways contribute to the energy economy. Fatty acids, for instance, are broken down in a process called beta oxidation, which also takes place within mitochondria, feeding additional fuel into the citric acid cycle. Proteins, when needed, can be converted into intermediate molecules that join the same pathways. Even the storage molecules within cells, glycogen in muscles and the liver, fat droplets in adipose tissue, act as reservoirs, releasing energy when dietary intake is low. This layered network of sources ensures that the body's energy supply remains steady, even through fasting or heavy exertion. Throughout this process, the body maintains a delicate balance. Too little ATP, and essential functions falter. Too much, and resources are wasted. This balance is maintained through feedback systems that sense energy availability and adjust production accordingly. The endocrine system plays a subtle but essential role here, with hormones such as insulin and glucagon guiding the storage and release of energy stores, ensuring that no part of the body is left wanting. In this way, energy production is a shared responsibility, a conversation between organelles, cells, tissues, and systems. The mitochondria, with their folded membranes and constant activity, may be the most visible symbol of this process, but they rely on the whole body to provide the materials and conditions they need. Every breath you take, every nutrient you absorb, every heartbeat that delivers oxygen-rich blood is part of this hidden harmony, a symphony played at the molecular scale, sustaining life with quiet persistence. Even in the stillness of night, when the conscious mind rests, this work continues without pause. The mitochondria remain awake, their inner machinery turning silently, converting the stored meals of the day into the energy that will keep your heart beating, your lungs breathing, and your cells renewed. It is a process so constant and dependable that it often goes unnoticed. Yet without it, life would be measured only in moments. This, then, is the essence of the body's powerhouses, an unbroken stream of transformation, linking every meal, every breath, and every heartbeat into the endless, gentle work of living. 14. Temperature control. Within the intricate balance of the human body, One quiet but constant task is the maintenance of internal warmth. This is not the warmth of emotion or fleeting sensation, but a precise and measurable state known as core temperature, held near 37 degrees Celsius for most people. This steady internal climate allows enzymes to function, nerves to transmit signals, and cells to perform their many tasks without interruption. It is a temperature neither fixed by the seasons nor swayed by the day's weather, for the body possesses its own climate system, a set of processes that gently adjust, moment by moment, to keep us in balance. The work begins deep within the brain, in a small region called the hypothalamus. This structure acts as the body's thermostat, constantly receiving signals from temperature-sensitive nerve endings located throughout the skin, muscles, and even within the brain itself. These signals carry news of subtle changes, perhaps the chill of a cool breeze against the skin, or the warmth of sunlight upon the face. The hypothalamus interprets this information and responds by guiding other systems into action, quietly orchestrating adjustments that preserve the ideal internal temperature. When the body begins to lose heat, a series of coordinated responses emerges. Blood vessels near the surface of the skin constrict, reducing the flow of warm blood to cooler outer layers, conserving heat within the core. Muscles may begin to contract rhythmically in small bursts, producing shivers that generate warmth through movement. Hormonal signals can increase the rate of metabolism, causing cells to burn fuel more rapidly and produce additional heat. Even behavior is subtly influenced. One might find the urge to wrap in a blanket or to draw closer to a source of warmth. When excess warmth becomes the challenge, the adjustments are equally elegant. Blood vessels near the skin open wide, allowing heat to radiate outward more freely. Sweat glands begin their quiet work, releasing moisture onto the skin's surface. As the sweat evaporates, it draws heat away, cooling the body efficiently. The rate of breathing may increase slightly, allowing warm air to be exchanged more quickly. Here, too, behavior plays a role, seeking shade, loosening clothing, or sipping cool water, each act working in harmony with the body's internal efforts. These adjustments do not occur in isolation. The cardiovascular system plays a vital role in delivering or withholding warm blood from the skin's surface. The respiratory system contributes by exchanging warm, moist air for cooler, drier air. The endocrine system lends its influence through hormones such as adrenaline, which can increase heat production, and thyroid hormones, which regulate the overall pace of metabolism. Each system contributes its part, ensuring that temperature control remains steady and responsive to the smallest changes. The body's climate system also adapts to the longer rhythms of the seasons. In colder months, repeated exposure to low temperatures can encourage the body to develop slightly greater insulation, often through subtle increases in stored fat, or by improving circulation to extremities. In hotter months, the sweat response may become more efficient, and the threshold for activating cooling mechanisms may lower, allowing the body to begin cooling sooner. These seasonal adjustments are gradual, quiet, and largely unnoticed, yet they contribute to comfort and survival in changing environments. It is worth noting that temperature control works both day and night, adjusting for shifts in activity and rest. During sleep, the body's core temperature naturally dips, a gentle cooling that supports deeper rest and the rhythmic cycles of dreaming and waking. In the early morning, as the body prepares to rise, the temperature climbs again, readying muscles and metabolism for the day's demands. This cycle, guided in part by the brain's internal clock, links temperature regulation to the broader patterns of circadian rhythm. The capacity to maintain a stable internal climate, known as thermoregulation, is not unique to humans. Many animals share this ability, each with its own adaptations. Thick fur for winter insulation, panting for rapid cooling, or migration to climates that require less constant adjustment. In humans, however, Thermoregulation has been refined into a delicate partnership between physiology and behavior. Clothing, shelter, and fire have long extended our ability to live in varied climates. Yet the inner climate system remains essential, quietly protecting the chemical reactions of life. Even mild deviations from the ideal core temperature can affect the body's efficiency. A drop of just a few degrees can slow enzyme activity, making muscles sluggish and thought less sharp. A rise of only a few degrees can disrupt cellular processes, leading to fatigue and confusion. These thresholds are narrow, and so the body's vigilance never wanes. Every minute, without conscious thought, the climate system adjusts and readjusts, keeping our internal world steady despite the shifting conditions outside. In the end, temperature control is less about holding to an exact number and more about maintaining balance. It is a balance that allows the heart to beat with strength, the brain to think with clarity, and the muscles to move with ease. It is a balance achieved through constant, silent cooperation between the brain, blood, lungs, skin, and countless cells working in unison. Like an unseen hearth, the body's climate system offers warmth when needed and coolness when required, sustaining life with gentle precision, day after day, year after year. 15. Within the human body, every act of life, every breath taken, every muscle moved, every thought formed creates byproducts. These are the leftovers of metabolism, the traces of chemical reactions, the remnants of molecules once useful but now spent. To remain healthy, the body must remove these substances swiftly and efficiently, for even the smallest accumulation can disturb the delicate balance that sustains life. Yet this removal is not abrupt or careless. It is a quiet and elegant process, carried out by multiple systems working in harmony, each specializing in a different form of cleansing. One of the central figures in this continuous process is the liver, the body's great chemical processor. Nestled under the ribs on the right side, it receives blood from the digestive tract, rich with nutrients and, at times, unwanted substances. Here, harmful compounds such as alcohol, certain medications, and metabolic byproducts are transformed into less toxic forms. Some are altered so that they can be dissolved in water and excreted through urine, while others are prepared for release into bile, a digestive fluid that carries waste into the intestines. The liver also breaks down old red blood cells, recycling useful components such as iron and discarding the rest as bilirubin, a pigment that eventually leaves the body through the stool. Working alongside the liver are the kidneys, two small but highly efficient organs that filter the blood continuously. Each kidney contains over 1 million microscopic filtering units called nephrons, which remove excess water, salts, and metabolic wastes, such as urea, a product formed when the body processes protein. These wastes dissolve in water to form urine, which is then transported to the bladder for storage until it can be expelled. The kidney's work is not only about removal, it is also about balance. By adjusting the concentration of salts and the volume of water in urine, they help maintain stable blood pressure and the precise chemical composition needed for cells to function. The lungs, too, are part of this waste management network. With every exhalation, they release carbon dioxide, the gaseous byproduct of cellular respiration. This removal is as constant as breathing itself, for carbon dioxide, if allowed to build up, would make the blood too acidic, disturbing many biochemical processes. The gentle rhythm of inhaling and exhaling is thus not only about taking in oxygen, it is also about letting go of what the body no longer needs. Even the skin participates in this cooperative cleansing. Through its sweat glands, it can excrete small amounts of salts, water, and certain waste products. While the primary purpose of sweating is temperature regulation, this process also offers a subtle but valuable avenue for the removal of impurities. In this way, the skin acts as a secondary pathway, supporting the more specialized efforts of the liver, kidneys, and lungs. In the digestive system, the large intestine plays its own role in disposal. After nutrients have been absorbed in the small intestine, the remaining material passes into the colon, where water is drawn out and the residue is formed into solid waste. This material, a combination of undigested food, bacteria, and cellular debris from the lining of the intestines, is eventually expelled as feces. While less directly related to the removal of toxins from the bloodstream, this process is nonetheless essential to clearing the body of what it cannot use. All of these systems work not in isolation but in concert. When the liver modifies a waste molecule, it may send it to the kidneys for excretion in urine, or to the intestines for elimination in bile. The lungs and kidneys together regulate the body's acid-base balance, ensuring that pH levels remain within a narrow range. The skin complements these processes by providing yet another route for water and mineral release. This interconnectedness ensures that if one pathway becomes less efficient, others can adjust their work to maintain overall balance. The elegance of the body's waste management lies in its constancy. There is no single moment when the body cleans itself entirely. Rather, the process is ongoing, with waste being identified, transformed, and removed almost as soon as it is produced. This steady pace prevents the accumulation of harmful substances and ensures that the internal environment remains stable, allowing all systems to operate smoothly. Even during rest, this work does not pause. While the body sleeps, the liver continues to filter and process blood, the kidneys maintain their quiet flow of filtration, and the lungs release carbon dioxide into the night air. The result is a body that, upon waking, is refreshed not only by sleep but by the continuous renewal that has occurred in every cell and every organ. Waste removal is, in many ways, as important as the processes that bring in life's necessities. Just as we must eat and breathe to sustain ourselves, so too must we release what has served its purpose. The body's disposal systems, operating with precision and cooperation, ensure that life flows freely, clearing the old to make way for the new, maintaining balance with every breath, every heartbeat, and every quiet moment of stillness. 16. Nutrient distribution. Within the body's vast and intricate network, there is a continuous movement that is both quiet and essential, a constant delivery of nourishment to every cell. This process, the distribution of nutrients, is a supply chain more sophisticated than any human invention, for it reaches every corner of the body without conscious thought. From the moment food is broken down into its simplest components, an unbroken chain of transport and exchange begins, linking the digestive system, the circulatory system, and the cells themselves in a smooth and ceaseless flow. The story begins in the digestive tract, where the mechanical work of chewing and the chemical action of enzymes transform complex foods into simpler molecules: glucose from carbohydrates, amino acids from proteins, and fatty acids from fats. These molecules are small enough to pass through the lining of the small intestine, where millions of tiny projections called villi, and even smaller microvilli, increase the surface area for absorption. Here, the bloodstream takes its first role in the journey, drawing water-soluble nutrients into its flow and carrying them directly to the liver through the portal vein. Fat-soluble nutrients, by contrast, are gathered into lymphatic vessels before they too join the bloodstream. The liver, positioned at this crucial junction, acts as a central hub in the nutrient distribution network. It processes incoming molecules, storing some for later use, modifying others into forms that the body can use more readily, and releasing a steady supply into the blood according to the body's needs. Glucose, for example, may be stored as glycogen within the liver itself, ready to be released when blood sugar levels drop. Amino acids may be rearranged into new proteins, while fats may be repackaged into lipoproteins for transport to distant tissues. From the liver, the circulatory system takes over as the main distribution route. The heart pumps nutrient-rich blood through a vast network of arteries, veins, and capillaries, ensuring that every tissue, whether muscle, nerve, skin, or bone, receives what it requires. In the tiniest vessels, capillaries, the exchange is direct. Nutrients diffuse through the thin walls into the surrounding fluid, where cells can draw them in. At the same time, waste products from the cells move in the opposite direction, rejoining the blood for removal. This flow is not random, it is guided by the body's precise needs. During physical exertion, for instance, the muscles receive a greater share of glucose and oxygen to fuel contraction. After a meal, digestive organs claim more blood to support absorption and processing. Even during sleep, nutrient distribution continues, with certain tissues such as the brain and liver receiving steady supplies to maintain vital functions. The endocrine system plays a quiet but decisive role in this supply chain. Hormones such as insulin and glucagon, produced by the pancreas, act as messengers, instructing cells when to store nutrients and when to release them. Insulin encourages the uptake of glucose into cells, particularly muscle and fat cells, after a meal, while glucagon signals the liver to release stored glucose between meals. Thyroid hormones influence the rate at which cells use nutrients, while adrenaline can rapidly mobilize stored energy during moments of sudden demand. Fats, which move differently from other nutrients, travel as part of larger particles called chylomicrons through the lymphatic system before entering the bloodstream. From there, they may be taken up by muscle cells for energy or stored in adipose tissue as reserves. Proteins, after being broken into amino acids, are distributed widely, becoming the building blocks for enzymes, structural fibers, and countless other molecules essential to life. Vitamins and minerals, though needed in smaller amounts, are equally vital. Calcium to strengthen bones, iron to carry oxygen, potassium to help maintain electrical signals in nerves and muscles. The distribution network is also prepared for scarcity. When dietary intake is low, stored nutrients are released into the bloodstream to keep cells supplied. The liver's glycogen stores, the fat reserves in adipose tissue, and the proteins in muscles can all be drawn upon when needed. This ability to shift between using fresh nutrients and stored reserves allows the body to maintain balance even in changing conditions. Circulation ensures not only delivery but also fairness. Every organ, from the brain to the toes, receives what it needs according to its function and current demand. This is achieved through finely tuned adjustments in blood vessel diameter, directing flow to active tissues while conserving energy elsewhere. The smooth muscle in vessel walls responds to signals from nerves and hormones, widening to increase flow or narrowing to reduce it, ensuring that the nutrient supply is matched precisely to the body's moment-by-moment requirements. The elegance of this system lies in its seamlessness. We are rarely aware of it, yet the distribution of nutrients underpins every breath, every step, every thought. It is a supply chain without warehouses or delivery trucks, operating continuously, silently, and with perfect timing. It ensures that energy is available, that structures can be repaired, and that the chemistry of life can proceed without interruption. In this way, nutrient distribution is more than a mechanical process. It is a quiet act of care, a constant tending to the needs of trillions of cells. Each heartbeat sends forth a fresh wave of sustenance, a reminder that the body's internal harmony depends not only on receiving nutrients, but on sharing them widely. And so, with every pulse of the blood, the body's supply chain renews its promise, keeping life in motion, gently and without pause. 17. Healing. Within the living body, there is an unceasing promise that when damage occurs, when tissues are worn or injured, repair will begin almost instantly. This process of healing is not rushed or harsh, but deliberate and methodical, a gentle symphony of systems working together to restore balance. Whether it is the smallest scratch upon the skin, a strained muscle, or the microscopic wear that comes from everyday living, the body responds with quiet precision, coordinating countless cells, molecules, and signals to bring about renewal. The story often begins with the nervous system, which is first to notice injury. Nerve endings in the affected area detect changes, pressure, temperature, or a breach in the skin, and send signals toward the brain. At the same moment, local cells begin releasing chemical messengers that call for assistance. These messengers act as invitations to the immune system, summoning white blood cells and other defenders to the site. The immune system's arrival marks the beginning of the inflammation phase, a stage not of chaos but of preparation. Blood vessels widen to allow greater flow, bringing oxygen, nutrients, and immune cells into the damaged area. The warmth and gentle swelling that follow are signs that the repair process is underway. The immune system's first task is to remove what no longer belongs: dead cells, fragments of tissue, and any foreign particles. Specialized cells, such as macrophages, act like careful cleaners, engulfing debris and clearing space for new growth. At the same time, they release growth factors, molecules that signal nearby cells to awaken from their usual work and begin the task of rebuilding. Once the area is cleared, the body moves into the proliferation phase. Here, new cells are born in great numbers, guided by the genetic instructions within their nuclei. Skin cells at the edges of a wound multiply and gradually migrate inward, closing the gap. Fibroblast cells dedicated to forming connective tissue begin weaving new strands of collagen, creating a soft framework upon which stronger structures will later be built. In the case of deeper injuries, tiny new blood vessels sprout and grow into the healing tissue, ensuring that oxygen and nutrients can reach every corner. This quiet construction site is busy yet orderly, each step depending on the one before it. The musculoskeletal system participates as well. In the case of a broken bone, cells called osteoblasts lay down new mineralized matrix, slowly bridging the gap between fragments. Over time, this temporary bridge is replaced by stronger, well-aligned bone, capable of bearing weight once more. In muscles, satellite cells, specialized stem cells, awaken to repair fibers, merging with damaged cells or forming entirely new ones. Even in the nervous system, where repair is often slower, supportive glial cells work to restore pathways, guiding the growth of nerve fibers when possible. Throughout this process, the cardiovascular system ensures that the healing site is well supplied. Increased blood flow brings a steady stream of building materials: amino acids for proteins, glucose for energy, lipids for cell membranes, and minerals for bone repair. Oxygen, too, is essential, supporting the energy-demanding work of cell division and protein synthesis. Without this constant delivery, the pace of healing would falter. The endocrine system lends its influence by releasing hormones that regulate repair. Growth hormone encourages cell proliferation, while cortisol helps control excessive inflammation, preventing it from damaging healthy tissue. Insulin ensures that cells have the energy they need to fuel their work, and thyroid hormones help maintain the overall tempo of metabolism during recovery. As days and weeks pass, the repair enters its final phase: remodeling. In this stage, the fresh, delicate tissue laid down during proliferation is strengthened and refined. Collagen fibers are rearranged into more organized patterns, increasing durability. In bones, the initial repair material, which is relatively soft, is gradually replaced with stronger, denser bone. Blood vessels formed during early healing may withdraw if they are no longer needed, leaving behind a smooth, efficient network. The result is a restored structure, perhaps marked by a faint scar, but whole again and ready to serve. This capacity for renewal is not limited to moments of visible injury. At every instant, throughout life, the body is engaged in microscopic repair. Cells in the lining of the stomach are replaced every few days, red blood cells every few months, and bone tissue is continuously remodeled. Even DNA, the genetic blueprint, is constantly scanned for errors and corrected when possible. These quiet acts of maintenance ensure that the body remains functional and resilient in the face of time and use. The process is not one system's achievement but a collaboration. The immune system defends and clears. The circulatory system delivers supplies. The endocrine system coordinates, and the specialized cells of each tissue perform the rebuilding itself. Together, they work with patience and purpose, guided by signals that have been refined over millions of years of life on Earth. Healing and repair are, in essence, the body's promise to itself that even when there is disruption, balance will be restored. This is not always instant, and it is not always perfect, but it is constant. Every moment, somewhere within, a wound is closing, a cell is dividing, a structure is being made whole again. It is a gentle reminder that life is not simply about persistence, but about renewal, an unending symphony of restoration that plays softly beneath the surface of every heartbeat and every breath. 18. Adaptation and response. Within the human body, there is a quiet conversation that never ceases. It is a dialogue carried not in words, but in signals, chemical messengers, nerve impulses, and subtle shifts in blood flow. Through this conversation, the body senses its environment, interprets its needs, and responds with precision. This process of adaptation is not dramatic. It is smooth and seamless, often invisible to our awareness. Yet without it, the stability of the body's inner world could not be maintained, for life depends on the ability to adjust to change in every moment. The foundation of adaptation lies in the body's sensory systems, which are always gathering information. Tiny receptors in the skin sense temperature, pressure, and vibration. Within muscles and joints, stretch receptors detect position and movement. In the blood vessels, specialized cells monitor oxygen levels, carbon dioxide, and pH. These countless points of observation send their messages to the nervous system, where they are interpreted and relayed onward. At the center of this communication stands the brain, particularly the hypothalamus and brainstem, which serve as control centers for many automatic adjustments. When the nervous system detects a change, perhaps a drop in blood pressure, a rise in temperature, or a sudden need for more oxygen, it signals other systems to act. This may mean speeding the heart, narrowing or widening blood vessels, adjusting breathing patterns, or releasing hormones. The changes are often small, but together they preserve balance, a state known as homeostasis. The endocrine system is another voice in this dialogue, speaking more slowly but with lasting influence. Hormones travel through the bloodstream to distant organs, guiding them to store energy, release it, grow, or rest. Cortisol, for example, helps the body respond to prolonged stress by ensuring that glucose remains available for essential functions. Aldosterone adjusts salt and water balance to stabilize blood pressure. Thyroid hormones quietly influence the pace of metabolism, shaping how quickly energy is used. Adaptation is not only about maintaining the body in calm conditions, it is also about readiness for change. In moments of sudden demand, such as stepping onto a cold street from a warm room or beginning a brisk walk after sitting still, multiple systems respond at once. The respiratory system increases airflow, the heart pumps faster, and muscles receive more blood. When the demand ends, signals reverse the changes, guiding the body back to its resting state. This ability to shift smoothly between states is a hallmark of health. The immune system also plays a role in adaptation, standing ready to respond to unfamiliar microbes or injury. When it detects a threat, it communicates with other systems, sometimes influencing body temperature through fever or altering metabolism to divert resources toward defense. Once the challenge is resolved, the immune system signals a return to normal, allowing energy to flow again into everyday functions. Adaptation extends over longer spans of time as well. The body can gradually adjust to new conditions, a process known as acclimatization. At high altitudes, for instance, the production of red blood cells increases to carry more oxygen. In warmer climates, the sweat response becomes more efficient, and blood vessels widen more readily to release heat. Even the musculoskeletal system adapts. Bones strengthen in response to repeated weight bearing, and muscles grow or increase endurance, depending on the demands placed upon them. This dialogue between systems is made possible by constant feedback loops. Sensors detect a change, control centers interpret it, effectors make adjustments, and the results are monitored in turn. If the change continues, the response is maintained. If balance is restored, the response fades. These loops prevent extremes, keeping the body's internal conditions within the narrow range in which life can flourish. Much of this happens without conscious awareness, yet conscious thought can also influence adaptation. Deciding to breathe deeply can slow the heart rate, while relaxation can lower stress hormone levels. Likewise, sustained mental focus can prepare the body for action, increasing alertness and readiness. In this way, the nervous system bridges the voluntary and involuntary, allowing the mind to play a role in physical balance. Even in rest, the conversation continues. At night, while the body sleeps, temperature, heart rate, and hormone levels shift according to the needs of different stages of sleep. In dreams, muscles rest while the brain processes information, storing memories and reinforcing learning. These nightly adjustments are as much a part of adaptation as the responses made in waking hours, ensuring that the body and mind are prepared for the day ahead. The beauty of adaptation lies in its subtlety. There is no single system in control, no one part working alone. Instead, there is a constant exchange, a mutual awareness between organs and tissues, each contributing to the whole. It is a living dialogue, one that has been shaped over countless generations, allowing human life to endure through changing seasons, shifting landscapes, and the ebb and flow of each day. In this unending conversation, the body's systems listen, respond, and return to balance, moment after moment, in a harmony so natural that it feels as though it happens without effort, though in truth, it is the result of the most intricate cooperation. 19. The miracle of integration. When viewed separately, each system of the human body reveals its own elegance. The rhythmic beating of the heart, the quiet work of the lungs, the complex choreography of digestion. Yet the true wonder of the body lies not in these parts alone, but in the seamless way they unite into a single, living whole. This integration is not simply cooperation. It is a constant, dynamic blending of countless processes into one uninterrupted flow of life. It is the invisible fabric that weaves together sensation, movement, nourishment, and renewal into a single, harmonious existence. The nervous system, with its vast network of nerves and central control centers, serves as a master communicator, carrying signals that guide and adjust the activity of every other system. But it does not act as a ruler commanding subjects. Rather, it is a partner in an intricate exchange. The cardiovascular system depends on the nervous system to adjust heart rate and vessel diameter. Yet the nervous system itself relies on the blood to deliver oxygen and nutrients to its delicate tissues. In turn, the respiratory system feeds oxygen into the blood, while the digestive system provides the fuel needed for all of these functions. This interplay extends to the smallest scales. Every cell in the body is in communication with its surroundings, responding to chemical signals, changes in temperature, and the flow of nutrients and waste. A muscle fiber contracts because a nerve tells it to, but that nerve fires because of energy supplied by the blood, which flows because the heart is beating, which itself is guided by electrical signals from within specialized cardiac cells. Even a single breath reflects this unity. Muscles of the chest move because of nerve signals. The lungs fill with air, Oxygen crosses into the blood, and cells throughout the body immediately receive what they need to continue their work. The endocrine system provides another layer of integration. Hormones released by glands such as the thyroid, pancreas, and adrenal glands drift through the bloodstream, influencing processes far from their origin. A burst of adrenaline from the adrenal glands can prepare muscles for action, quicken the heart, and sharpen the senses all at once. Insulin released by the pancreas helps cells throughout the body absorb glucose, ensuring that energy is available everywhere, not just in one place. These signals are part of a shared language, understood by every cell in its own way. The immune system, too, is woven into this fabric. It defends the body from harm, but it does so in cooperation with nearly every other system. Fever, for instance, requires adjustments from the cardiovascular and respiratory systems to regulate temperature. Healing an injury demands extra nutrients from the digestive system and increased circulation from the heart. The skin, muscles, bones, and blood vessels all take part in the repair, each performing a role that benefits the whole. This integration is not static. It is always adapting to the changing needs of the moment. During exercise, for example, the muscles demand more oxygen, prompting the heart to beat faster and the lungs to draw in more air. Blood flow is redirected toward active tissues, while the digestive system slows its work to conserve energy. When rest follows, these changes are reversed, and resources are once again distributed evenly. All of this occurs without conscious planning, the adjustments flowing naturally from the connections between systems. Even in the quiet stillness of sleep, integration continues. The heart slows, breathing deepens, and certain hormones are released to promote growth and repair. The brain sorts and stores memories, while the immune system strengthens its defenses. The digestive system continues to process nutrients, and the kidneys maintain fluid balance. Every system remains in motion, yet they move together, each supporting the others in a cycle as old as life itself. What makes this unity so remarkable is its resilience. When one system is challenged, others adjust to maintain balance. If the lungs are temporarily limited, the heart may work harder to deliver what oxygen is available. If the digestive system is unable to provide fresh nutrients, the body draws on stored reserves. This capacity to compensate and support is one of the reasons life can endure illness, injury, and hardship. In this sense, the integration of the body's systems is less like a machine with interchangeable parts and more like an ecosystem where every element is both independent and deeply connected. The strength of the whole depends on the health of each part, and the well-being of each part depends on the strength of the whole. This is why the heart cannot be considered without the lungs, why the brain cannot be understood without the blood that feeds it, and why even the smallest cell is part of a greater living unity. To step back and see the body as a single entity is to witness a living symphony. The instruments are diverse: the smooth flow of blood, the expansion of the lungs, the whisper of hormones through the bloodstream. But they play, in time, guided by rhythms we rarely notice yet depend on for every moment of our lives. This is the miracle of integration, that so many distinct systems, each with its own tasks, can work together so perfectly that we experience life not as separate processes, but as one continuous, harmonious existence. 20. Closing reflection. In the stillness that comes when the day's demands have softened, when the weight of tasks and thoughts begins to fade, there is space to notice the quiet miracle of being alive. Beneath the surface of awareness, the body has been working without pause, balancing, adjusting, protecting, and renewing. This work is not loud or urgent. It does not draw attention to itself. It simply continues, moment by moment, in a harmony that we rarely take the time to acknowledge. Yet in this harmony lies the essence of our existence. Every system within us, nervous, cardiovascular, respiratory, digestive, immune, endocrine, musculoskeletal, urinary, reproductive, and more functions as part of a single, unified whole. No single part claims more importance than another. The heart's rhythmic beat depends on oxygen from the lungs. The lungs depend on the muscles that help them expand. Those muscles depend on energy from food processed by the digestive system. The digestive system itself depends on the circulation that carries nutrients to every cell. And the entire process depends on the nervous system to guide, coordinate, and maintain order. Even now, as you read or listen, countless processes are unfolding in perfect sequence. The eyes or ears are gathering information. The brain is interpreting it. The heart is pumping steadily. The lungs are drawing in air and releasing carbon dioxide. The skin is sensing the temperature of the space around you. The digestive system continues its gentle work from your last meal. The kidneys filter the blood. The liver processes nutrients and removes toxins. And trillions of cells perform their own quiet tasks. All of this is happening without conscious effort, a reminder of how deeply life supports itself. Gratitude for this harmony often begins with recognition. The more we learn about the body, the more we see how remarkable it is that these systems work together so effortlessly. The same oxygen molecule that enters through the nose might reach a muscle in the leg within moments, fueling movement. A nutrient absorbed in the intestine may travel to the brain to help form a thought. A drop of hormone released in one place might guide the growth of cells in another. Miles away in the body's internal landscape, harmony is not the absence of change. It is the ability to respond to change while maintaining balance. Our systems are always adjusting. When the environment cools, blood vessels narrow to preserve heat. When the body needs energy, stored nutrients are released. When a small injury occurs, immune cells arrive, cleanup begins, and repair is set in motion. These shifts happen without the need for conscious decision. We live inside an orchestra of responses, each one timed to keep the whole in balance. This deep integration is a kind of quiet companionship. From our first moments, our bodies have been adapting to our needs. As infants, systems learn to work together, lungs growing stronger with each breath, digestion adjusting to new foods, muscles developing to support movement. As we grow, the same cooperation allows us to meet the challenges of life. Increased oxygen during a run, rapid healing after a cut, or the calming of the heartbeat once danger has passed. Even during sleep, this harmony does not rest. The heart continues its steady rhythm. Breathing adjusts to the needs of each stage of rest. Hormones are released to guide repair and growth. The brain sifts through the day's experiences, strengthening memories and clearing space for new learning. Muscles relax, yet circulation ensures they remain nourished. The immune system continues its silent watch, ready to defend if needed. In the hours when we are most unaware, the body works with quiet dedication. It is easy to forget that this harmony is not guaranteed. Each system relies on the health of the others. When one part struggles, the rest adjust to support it, often without our knowing. This resilience is part of the miracle, an unspoken promise that the body will do all it can to keep balance, even when challenged. And while this work is constant, it is not without limits, which is why care, rest, and nourishment matter. They give the body the conditions it needs to keep this symphony playing. To live in awareness of this cooperation is to experience life differently. Moments of movement feel richer when we remember how many systems come together to make them possible. The act of breathing becomes more profound when we recall how each inhale begins a cascade of processes that feed every cell. Even stillness feels different when we realize it is not truly still beneath. The quiet, the heart, lungs, and countless cells are engaged in the gentle labor of keeping us alive. Gratitude does not require grand gestures. It can be as simple as pausing to notice the rhythm of the breath, the warmth in the hands from circulating blood, the ease with which the eyes adjust to light. It can be found in taking time to rest when tired, in eating with mindfulness, or in moving the body not only for strength, but for the joy of feeling systems working together. This gratitude deepens when we realize that the harmony within mirrors the harmony outside. Just as the body's systems depend on one another, so too do we depend on the world around us. The air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, the warmth of sunlight. We are not separate from these things. We are part of a larger web of balance and cooperation. In caring for ourselves, we also honor the connections that sustain life on every level. In the end, to reflect on the body's harmony is to recognize that we live each moment supported by an endless choreography of processes, each timed and tuned to serve the whole. It is a symphony without audience, yet one that plays for our benefit every second of our lives. And so, the closing thought is not one of finality, but of continuity. This harmony will carry on, quietly, steadily, in waking and in sleep, as it always has. May the awareness of this unbroken cooperation bring a sense of calm. May it inspire gentle care for the body, respect for its resilience, and gratitude for the silent work it performs. And as the rhythm of your breath continues, as the heart beats in its steady pattern, may this reflection leave you with the peaceful knowledge that, within you, life moves in perfect, tireless harmony.